Pregnant woman and two family members murdered brutally in Spanish Town. Hi again and welcome. This is Links 007 TV News Report, and we'll be right back with the full and exclusive details to come. Welcome to Links 007 TV News Report, providing you with the best in local and international news updates. This is a place where you can get the most reliable and informative news information. Links 007 TV News Report. Welcome back and thanks for joining us. This is Links 007 TV News Report. The community of Waterloo in Spanish Town, St. Catherine woke up this morning to the very sad news that a husband and wife and their 16-year-old son were viciously murdered during the night. The police have so far provided some details in relation to the case, but this has left the whole entire community in Waterloo, Spanish Town, St. Catherine in total shock. The victims have been identified as 43-year-old Omar Wellington, Sharon Francis Wellington, age 36, and 16-year-old Orlando Wellington, who was a student of the Innswood High School in the parish. The police personnel are currently on the scene probing the evidence, and the Major Investigation Division have launched a probe into the matter. It is reported that residents stumbled on the body of the deceased around 5:30 a.m. and summoned the police. The police arrived and the bodies were found inside the dwelling. The community has been plunged into mourning. Head of the Corporate Communications Unit within the Jamaica Constabulary Force, Ms. Stephanie Lindsay, provided an update in relation to the case.
So what we know so far that sometime after 3 today, citizens reportedly hearing explosions in the area. And they made some checks sometime after 5 where they saw the bodies of 3 individuals from their community and alerted the police. On arrival, the police saw the bodies of 3 individuals, 2 males and a female. From all indication, they are family. It must appear to be a mother, a father, and a son. The son has been identified as a 16-year-old student, Orlando Wellington, of the Innswood High School in St. Catherine. Both parents, one work at an auto parts place in Spanish Town, and the other work as a cashier at a supermarket. What we are trying to ascertain now is what could have been the motivation behind this particular incident. They are using whatever lines of inquiries that they are following to see if they can actually put bits and pieces of this investigation together. Not much is known now, so the members of the scenes of crime are there processing the scene. The investigation is being led by detectives from the Major Investigation Division, and that is done in collaboration with the investigators from the St. Catherine North Division. So they are hoping that sooner or later they may have some concrete information that can even inform the arrest of some persons. Based on what they are saying and looking at the scene, it's a little different from the normal scenes that they have seen, in that the female, based on information that they gather from the relatives, is said to be pregnant. But they also noticed that the hands of the victims were bound, and that, based on their experience as senior investigators, suggests a direction that they should be looking in terms of the investigation. But they're a very competent team of investigators are on this case, and I think the effort right now is to see how best they can find the person or persons responsible so that they can get some closure for the family. A lot of persons are mourning. We're just into the back to school time now, and the school has lost a student. So we really want to appeal to individuals. We're of the opinion that there might be persons in the community who are aware of who the perpetrators may be, and we would love for them to give us the information, whatever information they have, so that we can arrest those persons individually as quickly as possible. Because when you have those persons at large, one of the things that you see in cases like these is the whole question of reprisal. So we want to act very quickly to take the matter into our own and to have the investigators treat with the matter. So if you know who the persons are, we really want them to report the matter to the police so we can deal with it, because when it is done otherwise, then we continue to see this cycle of killing and reprisal. So whatever information you have, there are venues out there, avenues out there that you can make these reports and be anonymous. You can call Crime Stop at 311. You can call the NIB helpline hotline at 811. You can actually go to the detectives at Spanish Town. If you're not feeling comfortable going to Spanish Town, you can actually make your way to Kingston at the NCB South Tower. That's where you have the CIB headquarters as well as the headquarters for the major investigation division. So we want to do a lot of work. You would have seen in the past and in recent time that once the police have the right information, we will solve the cases.
This is the house where the grisly discoveries were made of the bodies of the residents of this community. The police have so far listed some persons of interest in relation to the case. The St. Catherine North Police have named several individuals as persons of interest in the triple murder of a couple and their son in the Waterloo district of Spanish Town, St. Catherine. The police say that they believe that these persons can assist with their investigation. The following persons are being asked to report to the Spanish Town Criminal Investigation Branch by 5 p.m. on Wednesday. Demar Williams, otherwise called Kai Kai, Otney LeBon, otherwise called Tickman, a man known only as Buffy, a man known only as Richie, a man only known as Negus who is said to be overseas, a man only known as Blacks who is also said to be overseas, and a man known as Gaza or Gaza Man. The St. Catherine North Police are seeking to assure members of the public that all information shared will be handled with the utmost confidentiality. Anyone with information can make an anonymous report to Crime Stop at 311 or NIB tip line at 811 or the nearest police station. The police investigation continues. Tuesday's triple murder in Waterloo comes 2 weeks after a shooting incident in the community where another family member was targeted in the wee hours of the morning. During that attack, a man was shot and injured, while several of his relatives escaped after coming under heavy gunfire. On Tuesday, residents reported hearing loud explosion in this community again around 3 a.m. 2.5 hours later, the bodies of the Wellingtons were found covered in blood. They each had a shot to the back of the head. The throat of the 16-year-old boy was also slashed. Mrs. Wellington was said to be also pregnant at the time. Head of the Corporate Communications Unit of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, is appealing to residents to assist the police in their investigation. This has been Links 007 TV News Report, and we'll continue to track this story and provide it with a comprehensive report to come in a later newscast. Thanks for watching.